everyone, I am Tracy DeMario and I am a Scentsy consultant from Kansas City, Missouri, and I'm super excited to share some of our Scentsy products. I know some of you may already be familiar with some of them, but I'm going to share some that might be new to you. So I want to make sure you know all things fragrance. First of all, I want to start out with our fragrance flowers. This is personally one of my favorite products that we have. I have them in all of my bathrooms. They're great for your smaller spaces. When you get your flower, the glass jar is going to be filled with fragrance oil, and there's a variety of different scents that you can choose from. The oil is then going to get absorbed into the solo wood flower petals. And then once it has the oil in there, it's going to then disperse the fragrance in the air. These also make fantastic gifts, so if you need simple thank you gifts, maybe a birthday gift, or just great to have on hand because you never know when you're going to need that quick and simple gift. I do the packaging like this, so if you're my customer, I will package it up for you and it's going to look nice and gift ready. So that's our fragrance flowers. One of my very favorite products is our Scentsy Fresh. So this is one of our laundry products. We have a whole line of laundry, but this one here is the one I use most frequently. And that's because if you've got children, pets, maybe someone in your life that smokes, teenage boys, in my case, then you need Scentsy Fresh in your life. This is fantastic on any of your fabric items. So for example, I will take everything out of my vehicle, I'll spray down all of the carpeted areas, and the next day when I get in, it just smells fantastic. It actually absorbs the odor, so it doesn't just mask those fragrances. I use it also on bedding, pillows, carpets. You can use it on your furniture that's cloth, anything that's cloth. My son even uses it on his catcher's gear, so it works great. And as I mentioned before, we have several of our laundry products. I'm just going to spotlight a couple of them today. But one of the other ones that I love is our Scentsy Suds. So this is great because they're easy to travel with, and I do that a lot. So I like them. They come in these sheets, and depending on the size of the load, will determine if you use a full sheet or just a half of a sheet. So that's completely up to you. But you just toss this in with your laundry, and not only are your clothes going to come out very clean, but they're going to smell great. We do still offer the laundry liquid option if you prefer that option. Another product I don't have here at the moment to show you that I sell a lot of is our washer whiffs. So the washer whiffs don't clean the clothes, but you simply place a scoop of those in with your laundry, and it's going to ensure that everything smells fantastic. I especially love using them on all of my bedding and all of my towels. So that would be the washer whiffs. And again, there's a variety of different fragrances that these come in. Now this one is my hero of the day. This is my Counter Clean. And Scentsy Counter Clean, while it was intended to be used on hard surfaces such as granite, marble, tile, basically your countertops of any kind, you can use this Counter Clean on. I have found many other reasons I need it in my life. I happen to have white woodwork and white doors throughout my home, and without Scentsy Clean, there's no way I could keep them looking white. I simply spray this on, wipe them down, and it does a fantastic job. I've recently learned that it's great on stainless steel appliances, so I put it to a test, and it's as good or better of anything I've ever purchased to use on my stainless steel appliances. Now, I mentioned that yes, I use it on my countertops and other places. I'll tell you, my son who plays college baseball, he loves to use this to clean his baseball bats. So it's a great option for that as well. Also on the white areas of your shoes, this is great as well. It's going to get them back to looking white. So there's a lot of different ways you can use our Counter Clean. And I think once you start using our Clean line, you're really going to like it. There are other products available in the Clean line. This is just the one I use every day, so I wanted to make sure and spotlight it. Something some of you may have already been taking advantage of, but every month Scentsy comes out with a whiff box. It's going to come packaged similar to this. It's a box full of fragrance items. The cost is always $35. However, you always get more than $35 in product. So it does vary month to month on what products are in it, but you can be sure it's going to be way worth the value. I personally choose to have this auto shipped to me every single month, so I know I'm going to get the whiff box, and I make sure and I utilize all of the fragrance items. So if you just love Scentsy or you love all things fragrance, message me so that I can help save you some money in getting this on a monthly basis. These are also great gift ready. They're going to come like this. You can simply slap a bow on it, or you could just direct ship this to your friend or family member that you want to get a gift to. So something great that I want to make sure you know about, and that is our Scentsy Whiff Box. Many of you probably know, because we've had our plush line now for quite some time, and it has a wide variety of different options. For example, we've got little charm clips that a lot of the ladies like to put on their purses. We've got a lot of buddy clips, and these are cute little characters. They vary from time to time which ones we have, and they're pre-scented. And so kids will use those on their gym bags, in their lockers. My son-in-law actually has one in his car hanging from the mirror. So a lot of different things. But my very favorite product that we have in the plush line are our buddies. And they do vary from time to time. We have new ones coming out all of the time. But I just love her. So I wanted to show you her. So it looks like just a traditional, typical stuffed animal. That is not the case. These are our buddies, and somewhere on their body, they all have a zipper. On her, it happens to be on her backside right here. In the buddy, you're simply going to place one of our scent packs. Now, she has her own that was designed to go with her. And this scent pack's just going to fit back there, and whether it's hanging out in the room or if it goes places, it's going to smell good. I will say that the scent packs do come in a variety of other fragrances and can be purchased separately. I like to make sure that these are in the gym bags, these are in drawers, closets, smaller spaces where you need help with fragrance. So that would be our scent packs. I know most of you are familiar with our warmers and wax, but whenever I do this, I find commonly that I'm able to share a couple of tips that maybe people didn't know. So on our traditional warmer, which is what I have here, and all of our warmers, you will see there is a cord tag. On this cord tag, it's going to tell you the size of light bulb that you need. It's important that you're using Scentsy light bulbs so that you get the best scent experience. If you use a light bulb from elsewhere or the wrong wattage, it might turn on the warmer, but it's not going to melt the wax properly. So you want to make sure that you're keeping track, and just let me know anytime you need any light bulbs. We have two types of warmers. We've got here the warmer that you plug in and uses a light bulb, and then we have what's called an element warmer. Those warmers are simply going to have an area on the top of the warmer that's going to heat up and get warm, and that's how it's going to release the fragrance. On all of our newer warmers, one of the things many don't realize is there is a number indicator. On the bottom of this dish is the number 3. That means that for this warmer, you can place as many as 3 cubes of wax in the warmer. Now you have to use a little common sense. For example, if I had a warmer of this size with 3 cubes in my half bath at my home, you would probably get choked out trying to be in the bathroom because, you know, that's just how it's not meant to be 3 cubes of wax in a small space like that. But in my bedroom or in my larger rooms, I'm going to want to use those 3 cubes of wax to ensure that it does a great job of throwing the fragrance. Okay? Now we also have our mini warmers. These are not a new product to Scentsy, but a couple of things I want to point out. First of all, you can use 1 or 2 cubes of wax in the mini warmers. The mini warmers all come with this base that you're simply going to plug directly into the wall. It simply goes right on here at the bottom, and then there you go, you've got your warmer. Now what a lot of people don't realize is a couple of things. First of all, this will rotate. There's a button so you can rotate this based on how your plugs are. Secondly, there are people that maybe you already own some of these, in fact, at home, or maybe you quit using it because you're like, you know what, I really want it for my nightstand, or I really want to place it on my desk, but I want it to have a cord. Well, good news for you. We do sell what's called a tabletop base that you can purchase separately. By purchasing the base, it's going to have a little platform that this is going to sit on with the cord that you can plug in. So now you can turn what once was your plug-in that used this base to a tabletop warmer to put on a dresser, a nightstand, a desk, wherever you may want. Now, one of the common questions that I get is, how do I change my wax? Maybe you've been changing it, maybe it's working out for you, but I want to make sure you at least know the simplest, the cleanest, and the easiest way to change your wax is with our cotton cleanups. Cotton cleanups come in 2 sizes, and they're very simple to use. They're cotton, imagine that, and they have a little cardboard handle on the end. So you hold the handle, you simply dip it down in your warmer, and it's going to absorb the wax. Very clean, very easy. Voila, wax changed, no mess. Again, they come in this size, which is the large, and they come in the small, which work best in the mini warmers. I haven't talked about our wax yet, and I think I should because it's one of our hero products as well. Our wax comes in 8 cubes. probably most of you have experienced it. I do want to give a shout out for my personal seasonal favorite this fall and winter, which is the white peach and cranberry. I absolutely love this scent. In fact, I have it going in my home and I have it going in my car, which I'll talk to you about in just a second. So our wax is fantastic. If you've used our wax, you already know that. If you haven't used our wax, the quality of the wax and the fragrance oil that we use, you're going to find is going to give you a fantastic fragrance experience when using our Scentsy warmers. So I hope that you will. You simply punch out the cubes of wax and there you go, ready to go. Now what's come as a surprise to many people in September, we actually launched wicked candles. Yes, I said wicked candles. I know, honestly, it was a rough one for me too. In almost 20 years, I had not burned a candle. But the reality is some of my customers that were currently using wax and warmers and other Scentsy products were still buying wicked candles. Therefore, it was necessary, if I wanted to be a one-stop shop for all of my customers' fragrance needs, that we also had wicked candles. We have a wide variety of fragrances in different sizes. So if you are one of those wicked candle lovers, let me tell you, we have it all covered for you. You'll want to definitely try one. A product that I like to talk about because it's something you can use literally anywhere and everywhere are our room sprays. The room sprays have approximately 600 sprays. They're very easy, very small, convenient. I have them in all of my bathrooms and I keep one in my toiletry bag. I mentioned I travel a lot and I like to make sure I have this on the go everywhere I go. And it can be used in any space. So these are fantastic. So the newest product line that I absolutely love and adore, and we have some others, but this one I use everywhere, and so does my husband, is our fan products. This is called the Air Solo. I personally have this one in my minivan right now. I plug it into the USB and there's a fan that's going to blow the fragrance. I'm going to place one of our fragrance pods onto the fan and it's going to blow the fragrance through. Very simple, very easy, no mess, can't mess it up, easy to do, right? Really great. I absolutely love these. Now, in the larger part of my homes, I use what's called the quad. Now, the quad will cover up to 1,000 square feet. So, for example, in my great room, my entryway, and my dining room, I have this quad located. It holds up to 4 pods, so you could use all the same 4, or you can mix and match. If it's a smaller space, maybe you're using it in your bedroom, you could use just 2 pods. Completely up to you how you want to do it. I am demonstrating the linen shade right now, but it also comes in black. And occasionally, seasonally, we will have a seasonal shade as well. So let me tell you how this works. It has the on-off power switch here. The next switch is going to be the mode in which you want the delivery of the fragrance. So it has a low, a medium, and a high fan speed, depending on how much fragrance you want coming out. Then we have the timer, and this is one of my favorite features, and that sets for 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours. So you simply push which you choose, and it's going to shut itself off. So when the fan's not running, you're not using the fragrance. Genius, right? And then last but not least is the light feature. Now, obviously, I don't have this plugged in right now in the moment, but just imagine for me for a second. You can use this with no light, or it will actually lock in on a specific color. You can click it until you find a color you want to keep it: pink, purple, yellow, green, red, you choose. What I personally like to do is I like to put on the rotation. So it will slowly rotate every few seconds into a different color. That's how I like to keep it going in my home. So again, this is the Scentsy Quad. If you haven't tried it, if you have a business, this might be the perfect solution, is having just one of these in the place of business in the main entry or waiting area. So check this out. And last but not least, we have a special promotion this month. So for the month of January, and actually in February too, we've got the Scentsy Go Black promotion. So this is what my husband prefers to use in his truck. He just likes the look of it. It still takes the USB, or it has the option of AA batteries, which will last for a short period of time if you're looking for something that can be done with batteries. Now, what's nice about this is you can use 1 or 2 pods. So in the vehicle, he just uses the 1 pod. But when we're traveling, he can simply just take this. We can throw in a second pod and take it into the hotel, and now we've got enough fragrance throw to cover the hotel room. So this can go anywhere and everywhere you want it to go. During the month of January and February, this is typically $35, and one of our twin pack of pods is typically $10. But you can get both items for $19. With that $19, not only are you going to get the Scentsy Go Black and the twin pack of pods, you're also going to get a consultant account. What does that mean? Well, that's up to you. That might mean that you just place your personal orders and get your Scentsy for less. That might mean that you're looking for a new hobby and you're like, I know I have friends and family that are buying this anyways, they might as well buy it from me, so I make a little fun money. It might mean maybe you're like, you know what, it would really be great if I could make enough to pay my car payment or to pay my grocery bill. Whatever that looks like for you, then I will work with you to help you make that amount of money selling Scentsy fragrance products and having a fun time while doing it to make that money. So that's completely up to you, how you decide you want to work the business. I should mention, because this is usually asked and I skipped over it, our pods come in a twin pack like this. Each pod lasts 120 hours, so you do get a lot of life out of the pods. And I'm demonstrating the scent Luna. Luna is one of our best-selling fragrances in all of products. It has jasmine and sandalwood, so if you're not sure which scent to go with, this is probably a safe bet. Now for the promotion, for the $19, you get the Scentsy Go Black and you'll get the pod in the scent Blue Grotto. So it won't be the Luna, it's gonna be Blue Grotto, which I'll be honest, when I'm doing a lot of my office demos, that's the scent that they actually choose is Blue Grotto. So it's a fantastic scent. You can't go wrong. If you're watching this and you're like, I'm in, I want all of the things, then that's fantastic. I would love to help you. If you've seen something that you like and you're like, that is something I need more information on, so I would love to take care of you. Send me a message. And the best option yet, of course, is just consider hosting. And what does that look like? It really depends. If you're local to me, we can do an in-home party. They're so fun. We have a great time. If you're not, fine. We'll do a scent event another way. You know, we can do online options, the good old book parties, bag parties. There's lots of different options. And during the month of January, we are offering double half price items. So you will get a lot more Scentsy for a lot less. So please, I hope this was helpful. I hope you've learned some things, and I hope that you're excited to try some new and different Scentsy products.